Yo, what's happening? Chat, what's going on, family? It's your boy, man. And it is Sunday, it's Easter Sunday, and we celebrating, right? We're gonna have a celebration today. We're gonna talk some watches and we're gonna talk community and things of that nature, man. So welcome in. So, what I need you guys to do, if you catch this replay, man, let me know what you was wearing at the time of you watching it. Because if you missed it live, you missed it, you know what I'm saying? I got a drink on the thing. Yeah, that would be nice. A nice little stiff drink. So anyway, man, really want to jump on here, man. Want to give some updates. Um, so I have a group from Arizona. They are Invicta collectors, Invicta fam. They are family. They're going to be producing a video, giving everybody information on the up and coming Invicta fan base cruise. It's not an Invicta cruise. It's an Invicta fan base cruise. So, yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm telling you. So let me give you just a little tidbit. Um, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be there, and we're going to be doing a battle, right? And it's just a whole bunch of collectors going to get together and be able to commune with each other, man. Break bread, the whole nine, man. It's going to be amazing. For anybody that's missed any Invicta cruises back in the day, man, it's going to be similar to that. It's just not being hosted by Invicta. It's a group out of Arizona. And it's the cruise going to be going out of Galveston, Texas. I'm going to be giving some information. I don't have it linked in here on this live, but it will be. And I'll be posting it on my community page as well. So you guys will be abreast of all the information. And I can tell you this, though. So for those that like character watches, right? Invicta was big on character watches. And I have some character pieces here, man, that Donald Duck in that Lupa design. This is from Invicta. This is probably one of the dopest watches they could have came out with, in my humble opinion, as far as characters is concerned. But they do have a number of character pieces, which I do have. I got a ton of them, man. I got a ton of these watches, man. Hold on, let me see. Let's see here. Okay, all right. I was just checking my audio. Okay, let's see. Let me see who we got in the building. Yeah, I have my technical support right here. So let's see, who do we have in here? Got Jay Jones, Oscar. Happy Easter, man. Come on is in there. Yeah, all is well, bro. Appreciate you. The Mickey Mouse is not. Yeah, man. What's up? So welcome in, everybody. So that's the biggest, the latest and greatest thing, man. And it's going to be around this time next year, 2027, going out of Galveston. So like I said, I'm going to be dropping that information down there. I know they're working on a video. They sent me a video, and I tried to get it to upload. For whatever reason, it wouldn't upload. So I'm gonna have to possibly follow me on Instagram. I'll upload it to Instagram. I was trying to get it on this program. Like I don't know why StreamYard didn't allow me to do it, but the show must go on. All right, so watches, man, the newest watches, latest and greatest. I want to talk about. Uh, I've been looking at YouTube, and there's been a number of people that have been addressing the Longines, like the newest Hydro Conquest, right? Compared it to Rolex Submariner. And you can't compare it to it because I was looking at the green one, and that one, in my humble opinion, is the closest thing to that, the Hulk. The green is very vibrant, very nice watch. It's available. Well, you know what? The crazy thing is Trifecta, which I normally link Trifecta's store page to my live streams. But what I need you guys to do, if you're not linked with Trifecta, what I left in the description right now is the Instagram page. So I need you guys to, if you're not linked up with them, head over to the Instagram page and you'll be updated on the latest and the greatest and things of that nature. And just follow them anyway, because you never know what may happen by following Instagram. There are things to be coming with that. So it'd be best for you to go ahead and link up to Instagram in that way, and that's Trifecta. Because so was that last week I had mentioned on my live that everybody that's watching the channel, some aren't aware that I go to Trifecta, and that is a smaller AD. He has just hit 5 years of business. I met Jake 3 years ago. I want to say it's been 3 years. So I have a good at least 2 years of a partnership relationship with Jake, and that's videos, and you can like literally go back and see how many times I've gone live from Instagram. I mean Instagram from Trifecta. I said Instagram. All right, let me see who else in here, man. Oscar, wrist check. Oh, hold up. I didn't do a wrist check, man. My apologies, y'all. My apologies. So I have on my Glycine Airman on that new leather strap that I'm breaking in. Absolutely dig this watch. I think like Glycine is super underrated. Glycine had a couple of releases that come out, and I'm gonna tell you this. I know Jody. I saw Jody's thumbnail of that new pilot watch that they have, and I'll tell you the biggest problem I have with Glycine is the bracelet. But overall, when you look at the price is amazing. And what you get as far as craftsmanship, the finishing is decent. The watch, man, it's a great watch. It just is. And I will encourage you if you haven't dug into. For those that don't want to mess with like now Glycine because Invicta is in control of it. I don't know. You know what? We'll talk about that. But just go back. Let's go back to where, let's see, 2000 and before. You know what I'm saying? Like way before Invicta got a hold of, because Invicta got a hold of Glycine like 2016 or something like that. But like I was looking at some 2000 models. Yeah, man. If you go of course, if you have to go to eBay, go to a trusted source, and yeah, man, just dive in. Okay, hello. Let me see. I don't know if you guys know the lady from Invicta was diagnosed with cancer. Yes, Kendi. So let's talk about that for a second, man. Kendi, Kendi K. I met Kendi years ago with Invicta, of course, just chatting through Shop HQ, Yvonne. And, she's been TV host for over 30 years, I believe. And super sweet woman. That's like one of the nicest women ever. And I'm going to tell you this, even though she was representing jewelry and she was working with Invicta and stuff like that, I'll tell you the truth, man. Teddy did a video and he was talking about Invicta, and then like she was a subject, right? I literally took that personal because like Kendi, I consider Kendi like a friend, you know what I'm saying? So, and I was like, yo, yeah. I actually left. That was probably like the only time I ever left a comment on Teddy's video, because I really don't be leaving comments on like the big YouTubers videos, and it's not because of them. It's because of the people in the chat just be talking crazy, in the comment section be talking crazy. I don't even want that smoke, but I left one for that one. Yeah, but she got diagnosed, I think like brain cancer or something like that. You have to go to her page if you're not following. Yeah, everybody in the groups on every Invicta-based group has talked about it. They sent their condolences, they sent prayers, they sent everything. You know what I'm saying? And Kendi's like, she's an amazing person. Which brought me to, who was it? Like we were just talking about that. So for those that don't know, if you've been following the fan of Invicta, you already know how this went. Yvonne to Shop HQ, and then they went through that foolishness and they went over to JTV, which is jewelry television. They sold watches too, but they, like they wasn't ready for the Invicta fan base. And I don't think Invicta was ready to do. It was just crazy how this stuff transpired. Wasn't a good transition. It just wasn't. And I said, like, I'm surprised it lasted this long, but JTV will no longer be housing or showcasing Invicta. I got that word. I didn't hear it per se. I got information. I got people out there, man. People are like, they keeping their ears to the street, man. So hold on, let me go over here real quick, because it was something on Facebook. that I was looking at earlier. Somebody had posted something about oh man. And of course, you know the one thing about Instagram and Facebook, if you don't save your place, that spot, when you go back on, it goes away. And it was just on there. Um, I don't know whose post it was, but somebody was talking about Invicta as a whole. What Invicta don't do. Okay. All right. Oh, we're gonna keep it moving. Who we got in the building, man? Is that Watchman 54? What's up, bruh? How you doing, brother? All right, Rich Che. Jay Jones got on the Olevs, white dial, gold bezel with brown leather strap. Ooh. Ripsaw. He got on the Excursion 7750 Auto Chrono. Okay. All right. Happy Easter. Everybody in the chat saying Happy Easter. E-Mac in the building. What's going on, man? What's up, E-Mac? Okay. All right. All right. So I caught up on everything. So yeah, I just want to kind of cover that, cruise for next year, and then talking about Invicta. There are Invicta fans right now that, of course, they are. Some have abandoned ship. Nobody really wants to be a part of the new regime. They don't like the new stuff. And again, this time next year we'll be on there, and this is an Invicta piece right here. It's the Batman right here, Sabako specialty, still mummy wrapped. That will be a watch that you'll see on this upcoming cruise next year. Saving that watch for the actual event, because like I like to participate, and I'm going to be doing a battle. It's going to be dope, man, because we're going to have female versus male in this, and it's going to be a character battle. Those battles will start on land and end on the sea. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be dope. I love doing battles. I love the camaraderie, and I love the competition. That's the biggest thing about battles, man. That's the biggest thing about battles. And you know what? I actually, let's see. I'll go through some of the stuff that I have, man. So, because there's some people that's like, you guys have no idea what the heck a battle is, right? You guys haven't seen it. I actually have some of the contestants, the people that battled before, man. So stand by.
This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap, oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that, and he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing.
Okay, some of the people that you saw in there were battlers, or they actually came on and showcased their watches. Right now, what stands is my man, who is it? Kamon Lee. Come on! He is the champion. Nobody has bested him thus far. He has beaten everybody that's come across him. And when you saw me in the yellow hat, I was just in New York. I was literally just there. Went back to the same spot that we were at when I did my Invicta. What was I doing? I was doing a battle, right? And plus I was hosting, you know what I'm saying? Like I was an ambassador for that store, which is no longer there. I was one of the last parties there to actually host. I can't remember who. I know there was one other person that hosted there after I did, but it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. I got a chance to go back there and just see it. It was actually surreal. I appreciated all the people that participated, that make battles what it is. But pretty much, you guys are going to see that upcoming. yes, we're gonna the people that's going to be on the cruise will get a chance to battle landside, and it'll be a bracket style system. And once we get to the championship, there'll be a man versus woman, and that's what it's going to be. Hopefully, that'll be it'll work out like that. That's the plan. That's the goal, to have male versus female in a all out battle, and you'll have a championship battle on the cruise. Which I'm so looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to that, man. I love the junk, man. I love when y'all be talking smack, man. Bristol, what's going on, man? Yeah, battle, bro, battle. Battle. And you know what? I honestly want to get back into where we do just like battles, because I started doing that, man. Where it's like, hey, you know what? I give you a week's notice. You pick your opponent, or you just say, hey, you know what? I don't care who I go up against. Get your watches, get your set watches, get 5 pieces. They get 5 pieces, and we're gonna let the crowd decide who's doing it. Unless I have some judges, I'll have 3 people that's judging. They'll give me, you know what I'm saying, the skinny on what it is. But like, because we're doing it online, I'll always go off of the people. You know what I'm saying? I rate to see like, all right, who's doing that, to who's doing what. We're gonna make it simpler though. You know what I'm saying? This year, it's like you'll get to like press the button and vote. Because I actually had that app. I had an app where you can actually vote, and it tallies up for me, and you'll see it real time. That way, is no cheating involved. There's no favoritism. I don't want nobody saying, "Hey, man, you favorite this person." Like, nah. And it's all about the story. It's all about who has the biggest story, who's compelling, and because like you can literally have some dope timepieces, but if you don't know what you got in your collection, you just up there like, hey, I got this. Yeah, look at it. It's beautiful. Yeah, tell me about it though. What we talking about? If you're not talking about the watch, you're not talking to watch up. What you doing? You sitting up there, man. Come on, man. It's just like, man. And the reason for battles, it's like the hip hop culture, man. It's like a rap battle. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna have who gonna be dropping them lines, bro? Like, who's throwing them bars around, man? You know what I mean? Come on, bro. All right, hold on. Let me get into this real quick. What's being said? If you have, there's 3 watch brands. Choose to Soul, Longines, Tudor. Which one would you choose and why? Hold up. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Put that up there. So I want you guys in the chat, man. And you know what, because we're so, let me see, what we're like, not even 10 minutes in. Are we 10 minutes in? Possibly. No, we're 18 minutes in. Sorry. Are we? Yeah, we in. If you watching this on replay, answer this question. If you have 3 watch brands, you choose to buy to Soul, Longines, Tudor, which one you choose and why? Let me see. Let me see what you're saying. Monday is your birthday. I'm thinking of getting either. Ooh. Well, happy birthday, bro. Longines, I like that catalog. Most of the choices. Tissot is cool too. Tudor is aight. I think me personally, I think I'm going to go with Longines because of the choices that they have. There's a moon phase that I actually want to get from Longines, and I understand the hype right now. I mean, the Hydro Conquest, man, is on point. Everybody's talking about the Hydro Conquest like crazy. There's several different YouTubers that are, just talking, chatting it up, man. Can't knock it. I think it's a great watch. Some people, they're not impressed because it's too close to a Submariner, and I'm like, well, yeah, everybody's entitled to how they feel about it. But that's the hype right now. The last time I talked to Jake, he was saying that the mesh bracelet was sold out. The mesh option was sold out. And that's going to be like that. And I know, like, who's that? Skylar just went live. What was that? Yesterday? That was yesterday. I was at work. Skylar went live. He talked about a few watches. He talked about Longines. And Longines, I wore the watch. I put it on wrist. I picked the larger one. And it takes up a lot of wrist presence. It's a really nice watch. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer the 39 millimeter over the larger one. But like, it's come down to like, what are we doing right now as watch collectors, man? Like, because I know after talking to so many people, so many of you guys behind the scenes, some people are holding it steady. Some of you guys haven't even purchased a watch yet. Hey, if you're in the chat, man, how many people haven't purchased a watch yet thus far? You haven't gotten a watch. You haven't bought one watch this year. Who it is? Watch Addict. What's going on? Hold up. I'd add on the. So you like the black dial, blue bezel on the wish list? Yeah, I saw that one. That one is fuego. That one is fuego. You know what's crazy is I will personally, I mean, because I have the older style, the more affordable Hydro Conquest. This one retailed at $1,100, but once it hit the secondary market, I saw this watch drop as low as $660, somewhere around. It was like, yeah, 660, 665. If you saw it lower than that, now I don't like the bracelet on this. I think the watch is phenomenal. The crown, I mean, the crown looks good. I just don't like, operating it. But overall, this is a great watch. This is a great watch, great dive watch. And I love the fact that it has a power reserve on it. You know what I'm saying? So 72-hour power reserve, good to go. Love the smooth sweep on it. It's a functional dive watch. Now, like, again, I don't like the bracelet. The bracelet on the new one, yeah, phenomenal watch. All right, let's see. Why you don't like it? On this one, I'll show you. Because it's dated, like the friction class. And that's getting even better. I mean, over time, like now it's a lot better. Like when I first got it, I mean, I have fingernails, man. I feel bad for people that didn't have fingernails because, but I much rather have the press release. And when it comes to, like, they do have a diver's extension on here. I don't like the diver's extension, man. I really don't like it. Hold on. So that's the diver's extension. I don't like that. I don't like it, especially in like this day and age, man. What I thought was interesting, which I'm glad that they have that on the fly adjustment. You have so many. You got micro brands that's doing it. Micro brands been doing it for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you this. This is a Swiss watch company. This is older Swiss watch company, and they have something new coming out. If not, did they have something new coming out? I've seen something on Instagram. But somebody mentioned this last month. I still have this watch. I still like it. I rock with this watch, man. And Mark II. But like you see how the dive extension is, boom, it's there. And then you still have, like, you have too many adjustments on these watches, man. Like these newer pieces. And even what was that? What watch was that? Hold on, let me see here. I have a couple of watches here with me. Like Islander pieces, man. Like some of the smaller brands are doing it. And I believe even in the AliExpress store, you can actually get a few watches that are doing big things, man, for less money. They just don't have the heritage. So like, this is the latest. This is probably the new. Well, this is actually the newest watch that I actually purchased myself, but this was last year. And I got it because of the colorway. If this watch is still available, I would say like the black is like an everyday wear piece. This one is definitely, unless you have colors to go with this is a tropical vacation watch, or because I'm weird at times, man, I'll just wear it just because. But you see that even on the diver extension, man, it's dope. I love that push button mesh with the link bracelet. Because hold up, man, we get a super chat? We got a super chat, man. Roll to 2 million views. I like that, bro. I like that a lot, man. And I'm gonna say at this point in time, if you're new and you're watching this and you dig it, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But because we got super chat, we got to do super chat bounce. You feel me? Thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. You know what that reminds me of? Every time I get a super chat, it reminds me of how closer we're getting to the next step, the next level, right? And that's just, I believe, honestly, enjoying watches this year should be like the number one goal. I'm going to take a page out of Skylar's book. What did he say? Oh man, he said something I thought was pretty profound. Um, Something about like he's not buying watches right now. But he was talking about the watches that he's worn. That those are the watches that he want to go back and showcase and tell you guys, hey, these are the watches after having it for a year. This is what I found, or this is what I'm thinking of. Because for example, what did I just do with it? Oh, so when I first got this Longines Hydro Conquest, yeah, man, like taking it on and off. You know, once you get through the first, that second, oh yeah, that thing was tough, bro. Like, and I'm starting. If I had it for a year, um, I was looking at watching James. Watching James literally has the black version, and if you go back, that is his first video was the black version of this one. His very first video was that watch, and it's cool just going back and seeing where he is now. He still has the watch. He's still wearing it. It's broken. And my watch actually has a dent in it, you know, from my granddaughter chunking it. But it gives character, you know. And this was amongst some of the more expensive watches that I bought, right? Which this is something else I want to talk about too, with with all of the watches and wonders predictions, Rolex and stuff like that. I think it's cool having a conversation about the watches that are coming out. I think it's cool talking about Cartier. Talking about the rise and fall of Omega. Right now, Longines is being said or being held as the best watch company within the Swatch group. And I mean, there's so much, man. But I mean, is that really true? I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's hype right now on YouTube and Instagram is hype. But when you start peeling back those layers and talking to people, for example, I can go to an authorized dealer here. I've gone to a number of them, and there are people that are into Seiko like crazy. Even now, people are more Seiko driven than anything else. And according to YouTube, Seiko is pissing people off because they are going up in price, but they're not adding anything new. They're not doing anything that's spectacular, but people are still doing it. Invicta still has a base, fan base that they're not going anywhere. But you don't and this was I'll say this probably one of the last few watches that they had. They were using Swiss movements in it, using stone dials. They got tiger's eye in it. They got they had those other stones. I think there was 3 other stone dials that they have with these watches, and they came in a 52 millimeter. They came in a 48. Invicta was doing stuff and of course they came out with a pro diver that housed a 2824 in it. And that was 44 millimeter, which I actually have that watch here. This piece right here. That one has a glycine rotor on it. But you can't see it. You have to take it apart. But there's still people buying Invicta though. Right? Regardless of what YouTube is saying, it doesn't match. So if YouTube was telling a story about what watch company is doing the best, even with the Morgan Stanley report, it shows that Rolex is still in number 1, which everybody knows that. Cartier is number 2. Omega dropped. Did Omega drop to number 4? I can't remember. I think they dropped. They dropped. But yeah. Hold on, let me see. Let me get into the chat real quick. If you're coming in, man, let me know what you got on the wrist, man. What you wearing? What are you wearing? You just got over 20 in the collection. Milestones are just stepping stones to greatness. Yeah, bro. James is killing the game. Yeah. Um, and he has a number. Man, James dropping a lot of videos, man. A lot of videos. Happy Resurrection Day. Yes. I went to church this morning too. Went to church. It was amazing, man. Like the praise team was doing their thing. They did the choir style, man. I enjoyed it. Yeah, today was dope. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let me get to. I missed something. I love their Rolex dial. Hold on. Let me put your comment up. Hold up. Did I get that? I love me that black dial blue bezel variant of the new Omega Planet Ocean and the Rolex White Sub, aka Cookie Monster. By longevity is realistically what I can afford or spend on a watch. And that's that's going to be the thing. Oh, I already answered that. Watchman 54. I haven't purchased a watch so far this year. I'm looking to buy Italian twine watch or Aragon. Yeah, don't sleep on Aragons, man. Pretty dope options, man. Honestly, and I know that Aragon doesn't get any play, man. Really, uh, word of mouth, true, word of mouth, but yeah, they don't really get that play like that, in my opinion. In my opinion, the other thing too, I want to talk about, I want to address was, what does the watch community look like? Honestly, what does it look like? Like for us. And I asked that question because I still feel that the voice of the average collector is really hasn't been really tapped into, because there's only a few watches that are talked about regularly. And I know there's some people that's gotten into the micro brand scene like really hard, and like I think, and of course, Christopher Ward is not a micro brand, that is an independent, but it still falls in that vein, I believe, just my humble opinion. And that's been talked about a lot. That's been talked about. I had a discussion about Christopher Ford this the past few weeks. Um, that's the newest thing, man. The latest and greatest, man. Next to Formex. Formex is another one that I think is innovative and gives you more bang for your buck. High performance watch, finishing is great. I mean, now the party trick of the whole flexing, to how the bracelet, I mean not the bracelet, but the bezel kind of bends with your wrist and stuff like that. It has like a suspension system. Some people like they're not with it. I think it's pretty dope because it reminds me of the car culture. And you're just mixing horology with the car culture, man. I think that is just me personally. I think that's dope. But you guys have everybody has their own opinions on like where we are. I just don't think that every collector or every enthusiast is represented, because there's like Nevada. I heard the term Nevada Grinching. You hear that every so often. Like if TGV says Nevada Grinching, people pay attention, but then it goes away, right? Again, I mentioned Swiss Watch Company. That, to me, those micro brands only get play is when they send out watches to certain people, man. And there's people that miss out because they have options of getting watches that they may like to have. They don't want to pay that, or they can't pay. They can't pay. Again, I had this Sal Baltimore on, right? I think this watch is pretty dope, man. And this is, I mean, the closest thing to IWC without having to pay IWC money. I think it stands on its own. But there was a guy here. I was just at Jake's spot, man, over there, Trifecta, and he has this watch. This guy has this. I can't remember what color he said he had. I don't know if he said he had black or green. I can't remember, but he did say, he mentioned that he has this watch, the GMT version of it, and which this one has a Miyota movement. That GMT, of course, has an NH34 in it. But it's still a phenomenal watch, man. Titanium. It has the Vickers on it, man. 1200 Vickers, so scratch resistant. It's been coated. And the price, man, you're talking under $1,000, because this watch was, when I got it, it was $725. But then, like, there's always those offers, man. You go in there and save 20% on your first purchase. So I probably spent like six and some change, 675, whatever it was. Um, Phenomenal watch, wears well, and again, on the fly adjustment on the pilot's piece. You see that back there. So I dig this watch, man. It's very lightweight. I could have wore this with this today too. So I'll just double wrist for now. Um, but there's times where people will miss out on options like this because it's not talked about, unless people and they don't know to dig, they don't know to look for it, because like you think about how many people don't get on YouTube. And when they do discover YouTube, they're doing the how-to videos, like how to, fix a hole in the wall, how to change your brakes on your 2000 Ford Explorer or something like that. And they just get to type in and maybe type in watches, greatest watches and wonders coming up. Minutes and hours is coming up in April. Yeah, somebody just sent me that information. Actually, Rich Park sent me that. And that is the goal. The plan is to go up there and actually showcase. And that's man, y'all know. If you don't know, oh, I love going to these events, man. Love it. You meet people, you get to see new watches. Things. Oh, okay. You talking about your sunrise service? Yeah, I went to the 9 o'clock service today. Oh, we got another super duper chat. Thoughts on the new Jack Mason dual crown? Shh, bruh. I'm gonna tell you this after. Hold on, let's get the super chat bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, yo. Thank you for the super chat. That thing goes crazy. I appreciate that, man. I told you, every time I see it, it just puts me in a mind state of like, man, we rocking, we doing our thing over here, man. I love it. But me personally, that dual crown, it's a robust piece. It's like, I like it, and I like a dual crown on a watch anyway. That's me personally. Case in point, it's funny that you say it because my Glycine has dual crown on it. But that one, I think anything Jack Mason puts out is just, it's just a winner to me, man. I like the style that Jack Mason has. I'm a fan. Actually, do I have my Jack? I want to say I got a Jack Mason around here somewhere, man. Oh, almost dropped everything. Hold up. Let's see. Is it in her? Yes. Of course, it's not the dual crown, but this is like the first Jack Mason, the only Jack Mason I have in my collection. Would I collect more? Yes, in time. Would I get that dual crown? I would like to, man, but there's so many other watches that I want to get. You know what? And I had a squirrel moment because I just thought about the question that was asked earlier. Oh no, I didn't answer it. I will go Longines with the options that was given. Somebody who's that? I think Ristful said that Tudor was aight. And Tudor is a watch that I do, and I will at one point add to my collection. I've never owned a Tudor ever in my life. I had a Rolex before, but I've never owned a Tudor. And I'm dive watch heavy. I love dive watches. I have so many, man. Glycine, bro. I'm telling you, Glycine is it for me, man. I like Glycine. Just a slept on brand, man. It's like I believe that was like what Invicta was supposed to be doing. AL was supposed to be promoting Glycine on a regular basis, man. Advertising, and they don't. Like, they do advertise on Instagram when they're dropping something new. They do that, but like, you don't see it, man. There's nobody covering it. And it was interesting to see that Just One More Watch had just featured a Glycine a few days ago. And keep in mind, I'll tell you this. I listened to who was it? Skyler. Had a brain fart. Skyler mentioned the other day or yesterday that he stopped reaching out to watch brands, but if a watch brand reached out to him, he would gladly take in the watch, review it, and do his thing. Now, in the same breath, I had that question several times. Why don't I reach out to more watch companies, more watch brands? And you have to understand, I'm not a watch reviewer. I don't review watches like on the same level as anybody else, right? If I get it, it's a watch that I'm gonna gravitate towards. I'm gonna show you. I like if I know I'm gonna like the watch for the most part, and I'll just go over those descriptions. So I wouldn't imagine that, your average watch company be like, okay, if I reached out, they're like, yeah, you know what, we'll send it to you, even though you don't review watches. Now that's why, like with Vinzianico, when they sent it out, I talked to them behind the scenes and they're like, yeah, we would love for you to look at it, review it. And they told me I don't have to send it back. This watch, yeah, I will do it. But Glycine has that same thought process that Invicta does. When I sent the email out to them stating like, "Hey, I would love to, review one of the watches," and it was solely because I believe that uh, for the for the price, great. This thing stands up, man. Like Glycine has a great product, right? But Glycine did the same thing Invicta did, and it was like crickets. I'm like, okay, I'd much rather get a no than be ignored. So I just left it alone. So that's another reason why I don't reach out to certain companies. I do, and for the most part, other companies will say, hey, yes or no. Even though I enjoy Michael Brands and others, there's fun element that Invicta has, that all the brand has. Yes, they man. Yeah, there is there's a fan loyalty behind Invicta. A fan loyalty that like and it hasn't died really. It's not what it was before. Let's just say that. But there's still people that are collecting. There's still people behind the scenes that are enjoying like the journey. People are enjoying their watches. They're enjoying talking to each other. Granted, you still got your Facebook groups. Invictaholics. You have Invicta 202, Invicta Worldwide, Invicta 757. Flossin is not an Invicta group. It's not based on Invicta collections, but there are a bunch of collectors in it that have Invicta watches. Let's see. Here's that Spinnaker pop out. Yeah, Spinnaker. Oh, Spinnaker is a great brand to collect. T Monk in here? Yo, T Monk. What's up, Big Papa? What's going on, man? It's good to see you in here. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate you being here. Let me see here. Watchman, I have this how they trying to test the Airman and Juneteenth watch. That Juneteenth watch is dope too. I like the colorways on it. Love the colorway. So I'm just getting into here. Happy Easter. I love that, man. Everybody's happy Easter. Sing is in the building. Welcome in. Oh, you guys are speaking. Oh, do we have another super duper ooper duper chat? Yes, you already know what that does. That creates. Thank you for the super duper 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 chat. That goes a long way on this channel. I'm going to take a page out of the book of the great TGV when he stated, let's continue building up this community of watch collectors. And that is and has always been a pleasure of mine. I've always loved doing that, man. Are we back? Yo, are we back? Are we back? Hold up, man. Let's see. We back in here. That's crazy, yo. All right. Okay. Yo, I have no idea what happened. StreamYard said something went wrong. So StreamYard just like dropped me off a cliff, y'all. Like, that was crazy. That is wow. Huh? That's what happened when you go live at times, man. You know what I'm saying? You go take the good with the bad. And I seen he said pay your YouTube bill. Man, I pay them every month, bro. Even if I don't get paid, I still pay them. All right, so let me see. I just got a message from somebody just posted their picture on Invictus 757. Whoever that was. I didn't catch who it was, but you have on something graffiti. It said Trap, pay your YouTube bill. Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, I guess so, man. I don't know what that was about. That was weird though. Like everything just shut down on me. Technical support, bro. Where we at? Godfather's in the building. What's up, Godfather? I can hear him saying afternoon, young man. Yeah. Okay, so I do want to ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question. When it comes to right now, and you guys in it that's watching right now, what watch are you looking at right now? If you were going to make a purchase right now, what watch company are you buying from? Right? What is it? What watch company? And I know for the most part, some people may say the Hydro Conquest because that is the most popular thing going right now. Yeah. And I wouldn't oppose, because I think this is a dope watch, man. Like I said, I went out to New York. I went to the Oculus Mall, which is a very weird looking mall. It's very huge, the highest ceilings I've ever seen in a mall in my life. Yeah, the thing is really nice, and I guess it is shaped like an Oculus, I guess. You know what I'm saying, like on the side or whatever. But um, I like the Longines, but I don't know. I mean, if $2,500, if I was going to do that, I think I would get four. I would go Formex. Me personally, I would buy Formex because I don't have Formex in my collection. I do have a Longines though, right? And at one point when I was collecting Invicta, I would stack up on like the collections. I would have like 35 pro divers, just different variations of pro divers, and I really don't necessarily need to have too many more divers, even though I'm not giving up on divers. Um, I'll tell you a company that I'll say 2 years ago was going crazy on YouTube, and it was Phoebus. Phoebus, just because of the loom. Now, this is the collaboration with Islander, and I just put it on it. What is it? Strap Habit. I went to Strap Habit. Strap Habit got some nice straps, man. That was like, yo, Strap Habit is legit. And I know that's popular. Strap Habit is a popular brand, like brand name right now. And I know cats like Randall Rob, man, like he's real heavy with Strap Habit. That's who promotes it. I do have some strap coat stuff too, though. So don't sleep on it because I have my Laurier on suede from Straps Coat. And I'm telling you, man, just changing your strap, bro. And that's where I'm at right now. Is I personally haven't purchased a watch this year. And I know that's unheard of because I always start the year out buying watches. I always start the year out just like snapping off, buying pieces. And I haven't bought one. I was gifted a watch from K Jewelers. And that I still have it in the package. But I showcased this piece. I haven't put it on just yet. This came from K Jewelers, man. I appreciate K's for supporting me, supporting the channel. Yeah, some great people, man. That's the one thing about this community I absolutely love, man. And I agree with those that are are hell bent on continuing like the overall, like what are we doing as collectors, man? Are we just buying watches for popularity, like to keep up with the hype, to keep up like, hey, this I got this watch and I want to flex, or like are we like with the Invicta community? That was the one thing. So let's stick in that vein because that was mentioned earlier, and I'm gonna get into the chat here in a second. That's the one thing I do love about the Invicta collections, and that's the reason why I'm live now. That's I will never go away from the fact that Tony Woe mentioned, yo, bro, you should, like you love these watches, you wear them, you talk about them. Um, you need to have a video. You need to do your own channel talking about watches, and that's how I got started. Started out as an Invicta Lifestyle was the name of this channel, and then I just went from that to like technically I don't even title this channel as the Lifestyle, but that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. My pockets ain't long jeans deep, mate. I want a Baltic MR roulette this year, or maybe something vintage like a Boulevard Space View. Ooh. Don't sleep on Boulevard, man. Oh yeah. Boulevard came out with some heat, but Boulevard's always had some nice pieces, man. Again, when it comes to YouTube, it's just not talked about. But Boulevard is more of like a mall brand too, though. But it's still hit though. People still buy them. I see like you'll see Boulevard in a while faster than you see anything else. My next purchase would be a Timex Chrono Heritage black and gold colored. Yeah. I seen Tyler, man. He was talking to my man. I know he's the Timex ambassador, man. Wrist unwound. If you haven't been over there, man, like that. You Travis House and watch it, JJ getting behind them. Man. You know what, man? I'm gonna show you a watch that I got, and this is an Invicta piece, right? It's a GMT. Sabacco number 3. This is an oldie but goodie. This one is actually a number limited Sabacco number 3. This is a puppy. And Invicta had got away from doing the whole number limited thing. They would put like very limited or something like that, or very whatever, but they never put a number on it. So they could just make as many as they want. But Roger Good was the guy behind this collab with Invicta, and his cause was for kids, helping kids read and stuff like that, development of children, right? So you look at this watch, you look at Invicta as a whole, and you jump on board because like Invicta was made to be highly collectible. Like you can just jump into Invicta, and that was the biggest thing, man. Like what was it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, you get, and I have one here. You have this piece right here that has a Value 7750 in it, and you learn about watches through that, and you know that there's companies that's using the Value 7750 that will actually cost $3,000 to $4,000 more than an Invicta piece, right? And you're like, yo, I can get this Invicta high polish. This thing is sizable, man. The thing on this thing is 48 millimeter or 52 millimeter. It's big on my wrist. It has this presence. I love it, right? And then the way it's talked about, and then the way you're celebrated when it's like, yeah. In that case, Invicta does have people wrist checking because it's like a badge of honor. It's sort of like the Jeep community, or if you're a biker, man, you get the two fingers or whatever. That's what Invicta is, and that's what some watch companies lack. Yes, a lot of companies like Longines has the heritage, but what watch company right now has the backing, has like the fans like loving and just fawning over it? That's a Christopher Ward, because I see how many people dive into Christopher Ward. They talk about it, man. They got their pages. They love it. Even Panaristas, man, people that like dive into Panerai, they have their own site. Now, I'm going to say this because I mentioned this on Skyler's channel yesterday. I've been talking about adding a Panerai to my collection for the longest. I was like, I was going to get it this year. I was supposed to get it last year. Didn't. I was going to get it this year, but then, I was talking to another collector. He said, bro, you close to 50 years old, man, so you should get it on your 50th. I was like, you know what? I could do that. But for the price of a Panerai versus a Tudor, I much rather have the Tudor because I like they're both dive watches, right? But the Tudor is more of the style that I'm going to get. And if I'm spending because I have to spend over $3,000 to $4,000 on a watch, I don't have to. But y'all get what I'm saying. I much rather have the Tudor over the Panerai. Now, there's criteria for me to get the Panerai, and if this channel wills it, then it will happen. But yeah, I'm choosing the Panerai. I mean, choosing the Tudor over the Panerai, and that's what it is. Okay, I read that one already. I got that one. Got that one. Let's see. I just changed out a busted poly. Yeah, those polys, man, was trash, man. Looks much better. Yeah, man, those poly straps was garbage, bro. Are garbage. I ain't gonna say was. They are garbage. Aragon Millipede Max Tourbillon. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Need our community to support my GoFundMe. I need financial uplifting to achieve watch greatness. Thank you. Yo, man, what you talking about, bro? Really, bro? Hey, if nothing else, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. If nothing else, Hannibal has a really nice watch collection, man. And I'm gonna take a page out of this book with talking about German craftsmanship when it comes to these watches, man. Like the Germans, bro. And I'm not knocking Swiss made. Cool, they're cool watches, man. But like, there's some watches out there that you may be missing out on because you're trying to chase that Swiss made trend, man. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like I will point this out. I will throw this watch on in a heartbeat, and I like wearing this watch. And I love the fact that I switched to this one because like now I got that Devastator color. You know, I love Transformers. I'm still a kid, bro. I'm still childish, bro. I'm still childish, man. If y'all haven't got that, I'm very childish. I like this watch. I love the loom on it. I think this is a dope piece. What does it stack up against? And it really doesn't need to stack up. I'm not comparing it to anything. I like to wear this because I like to wear it. I'm not comparing it to any other watch out there. You know, like right now, Longines being compared to Rolex. I will say that the advantage of buying a Longines is, I mean, even like it was said earlier, that's still pricey for me. And yeah, it is because you still have options underneath that, you know, like watches that give you the same feel, so to speak. There's a lot of homage brands, and I know some people like they hate the whole AliExpress thing. I'm telling you, I've talked to a number of you guys like, I can't do AliExpress, bro. I'm not doing none of those watches. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I would say, you know, if you are hard pressed and you don't have the money, man, go Spinnaker. I mean, this right here is like a Panerai homage right here. But dude, I like this watch. It's extremely comfortable. I wore this watch every day for like 2 months. And I done that with a number watch. I did that with my glycine pieces. I absolutely love the aesthetic of this watch. I like if you look at the aperture, it's at the 6 o'clock. This is an NH35. And I just love the fact that they put it down and makes the dial look cleaner. Gives more presence on there. And it's like no obstructions at the 3. I just like this watch. I really like it. I dig it. I wear this watch so much, man. Just makes me feel like, I don't know, I just feel good by wearing some of the watches I have. I just enjoy it, right? And it's one of those things too where when I look at YouTube and I see how many of the more prominent YouTubers are talking about, you know, their Omega allocation. Like, hey, I got the Omega. I'm wearing a Constellation. I'm wearing this. I have my Rolex. I got my day date. I got this. And for those of us that can't buy that, or you want to have that, but you just can't, like, yeah, you know what? I can't see myself spending over $2,000 for a watch. You may love the watch to death, but you just don't see yourself spending that kind of bread because there's other things, especially this year. And especially what's going on. Like, we're not getting political, but yo, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. The cost of gas is up, cost of food, and you're not even getting the best food. Yeah, I know that makes for a whole nother show. Yeah. Do you really know what you're digesting nowadays? If you're not growing your own, if you're not tapping into that natural aspect of life when you like consuming food, you're getting your fast food fix. Yeah, do you really know what you're consuming? But again, the cost of living right now is gotten people in a chokehold, and we still like collecting. People like somebody just asked me, was it one of you guys or a few of you guys asked, do I buy trading cards? And I don't. I haven't bought trading cards in a long time. And I thought about getting back into it, but I'm like, man, I started not trading. I got off into RCs. I bought a few more RCs. I started getting off into like the classified GI Joes. You know what I'm saying? The bigger figurines, Transformers. I got back into Hot Wheels. These things are expensive. I got into the pops and stuff like that. I stopped collecting those, the vinyl pops, characters and stuff like that. Alongside of my watch addiction, I enjoy watches, man. As you guys can see, and I did. I may not dive into the micro brand scene like I was before, but Cincinnati Watch Company was another. I actually have that watch here. I've shown that watch plenty of times, but I dig having watches that it has a common movement. Either Salida 200 or Salida 330, Salida 300, something that's common, right? And I'm going to tell you something about that. When I look at these YouTube videos and the YouTubers and the content creators and the watch aficionados that are stating that like you want to get some in-house, you want to get something that is unique, you can still do that while buying older pieces that hasn't been seen the day of light. But does that really tell who you are? Does that really hit that mark that you really enjoy? Because I can tell you, I have every watch around me right now I absolutely enjoy. I've shown this watch so many times, and I love the strap. I'm not taking it off the strap, man. Like that, that's that Khaki King, but I like the strap on it. I like the strap, man. That came from Strap Habit. I have Nomadic. And do you guys know? Oh, hold on. Look at that hitting in the light. That green hit, bruh. That green hit. And that's cheaper than getting the Rolex, the Hulk. That's cheaper than getting that. And it's definitely cheaper than getting the Hydro Conquest. And hold up, let's listen to the bezel action. So take your pick, and for the question that was asked, somebody was, curious about jumping into going to Visitor, right? Another micro brand or independent, if you will. This is right here in Indiana. This is just one of the variations that he has. He's working on so many things. Phil is a mastermind, and I absolutely love the design of this watch. For the price and the price proposition, it's something that if you can afford it, grab it, get it. Don't even worry about it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Like, and if that fits you as a collector, why not? That's why, like, this was like another one. I have a lot of favorites in my collection, but this one right here, dope watch, and I don't necessarily need a date on it. This one is a no date because I want to see all of the dial. It is it's no ghost position in it, which that really doesn't bother me so much because once I got it on, it's out of sight, out of mind. The only thing about having a ghost position or no ghost position is like when it comes down to the money, because there's too many companies fighting for our dollars, man. They like, yo, we want you to be, we want our watch on your wrist. This is the price. But then there's too many companies out there that you're like, yo, wait, hold up. You talking price proposition, like who's giving what? Oh, you offering this watch, 120 click bezel, sapphire sandwich. You got Swiss movement or German movement or Japanese movement, and this thing it's under $1,000. Then you start counting the costs, and then of course some of you guys are running Facebook or Instagram and see how popular is this. Like if you talking about a Sal Baltimore, oh man, fan favorite. People out there in Maryland are supporting him. Heavy heavy. And there's a new piece coming out, man. He's using steel from an A10 Warthog. And I want that watch. I don't care what it looked like. He came off an A10. Yo, I'm prior service. Y'all know that. If you don't know that, now you do. I'm down with that, man. Let me get back into this chat because it's gotten away from me. It has gotten away from me. I buy watches for my personal enjoyment. If people like it, it's a bonus, of course. Yeah. I'm waiting to see the FC will release during Watches and Wonders. Also waiting on the dial choices for the Longines. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Yo, what's going on? Lucha. Two tones catching your eye? Yeah, I like two-tone pieces. I ain't gonna lie. I love two-tone pieces. Boulevard has some really interesting stuff, but they're mostly mall brand watches now. All their best watches are from the 1960s and 1970s. Yeah, and that's the thing. You can still find some of these watches out there, man. Like, don't be afraid to go do your research, man. Going on eBay. Gotta be careful too, man, because some scam, bro. These scammers are crazy out here. The scammers are crazy. And Boulevard made a new mini Super Seville. Looks pretty cool, but no stone dials yet. Yeah. This is why I dig going to Trifecta. And if you got here right now, if you go down in my description right now, you don't have the direct link to Trifecta store, but to his Instagram page. I'm going to ask that you guys click that link and grab a hold of the Instagram page and just be updated and follow Trifecta through Instagram if you're not already. I remember when you could get a Longines bullet for under $100. Godfather, I bet you do. You've been in this game for so long, bro. You've been in this game for a long time. But I remember a time where, like, yo, when I went overseas, man, like, you go to a boutique or something like that, you could just pull up and just buy, like, if you got the money, you just buy a Rolex, whatever Rolex they had available. And the most unpopular one was the Daytona. And the Daytona wasn't even that expensive back then. You know what's crazy? Even though Daytona was the watch that I love to, like, that's what really made me fall in love with him. About saying Victor, sorry. With Rolex was the Daytona. I love the chronograph. I just loved it. I love the design. But my first one was the Submariner because I like dive watches, bro. I love dive watches, man. I said, I got to get that one, man. I got to get that. Plus, my godfather, he had a Submariner, and he had Rolex, Cartier, and Omega. Yeah, that was his three. He loved those watches. You know what I'm saying? He's passed on now, but that's who got me into watches. That's who, like, it was him. I was watching him, looking into his watch collection. Then I see this guy at the airport had a Daytona on, and when I go to like, I was in Kuwait, and I had an opportunity to buy the chronograph. I had an opportunity. I could have bought it. It was cheaper. It was actually cheaper at that point than my Submariner. But I chose the Submariner instead. Yeah. I said I got that already. You know what? I like the Jetstar. I think the Jetstar is pretty dope. The Lunar Pilot. I would love to see the Lunar Pilot go full mechanical. Full mechanical. I would love to see that. And I'm going to say this because I've been on for an hour. I'm going to end with this statement. Or actually, this is what I would like to see. I just mentioned, okay, the moon landing. We're talking about the moon watch. We're talking about Omega, right? Speedy, a fan favorite. If you have that watch, if you are a collector of that watch or whatever the case is, you are among an elite group of collectors, if you will. Is that how that goes? Because if you have that, like, because I heard this I heard this during COVID. Sorry. Heard this during COVID. If you do not have a Speedmaster in your collection, what are you doing? Right? You're not a true enthusiast. Like, you have to have that watch. And I don't agree, of course, but can we get a new story? Can we get some new stuff? What's happening, man? Why are we still fawning over this story, man? Because there's still some amazing things going on out here. There has to be, and that's one thing I do like about Teddy, his channel. He literally brings people on, prior people that's prior service, Air Force commander, all these different people, and they talk about the watches that they have. That is the most interesting thing to me. I love that part of Teddy's production, is when he brings those people out, because I think people are more interesting when you hear their background, hear what they do for a living and what they've accomplished in life, and then you see the watch collection that they have. That actually inspires them. Like, you know what, that's dope. This dude's a hero, or this person has he's taught thousands of students or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a super teacher, or she's a super teacher, or whatever the case is. I love to hear the stories of the people and what they wore, what they collected. You know what I'm saying? That right there inspires me to collect certain watches. Like, you know what? I would love to get that watch. Like Godfather, I actually have a watch from Godfather's collection right here in my box, right? Um, and yeah, let me see. Thank you for the text. Yeah, I'm more in tune with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. The moon landing was, yeah, the part of history, the space race. I'm not shying away from it. I'm not even trying to destroy the story or just kind of overlook the story. But I'm like, there's new stuff. There's been things that's happened since then, and people wore watches during these phenomenal things. And I'm like, can we get those stories? Right? I know with the Ingeneur that's racing, yeah, those watches are expensive, mad expensive. But you never hear a story about, like, I mean, again, this piece right here. I know a man that actually wore this watch during World War II. I'm not sorry, not World War II. I'm tripping. During Vietnam era. Just during Vietnam era, this dude wore this watch, man. And this is one of the pieces that he wears if he's still alive today. I seen him last year. If he's still alive, he's still with us. He still has his airman. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a Purple Heart veteran, right? Oh, speaking of which, I do appreciate the people. I did have some people that sent money to the Cash App. We are supporting veterans and stuff like that. Y'all know I support veterans, and I appreciate that. Thank you for the Texas people. The people that got my number sending me wrist shots and stuff like that, man. I appreciate that. I thank you for that. Let's see here. Let me catch up to the chat before we bounce about this thing. What's this? Vintage Movado is nice as well. Yeah, that when it was, yeah. Red dial is, man, that thing is so rich. Yo, that red dial variant is crazy. Yeah, man. Christopher Ward, man, is the future, bro. I'm telling you, Christopher Ward is it. Going forward, Christopher Ward is, man, you can't deny Christopher Ward. And I'm telling you, I don't have one in my collection, and that's what that's a watch. And is it hype? Yup. Am I falling for the hype? Yes. And but you know what? To that, there's a part of that. A part of me, yes, fall for the hype, because I do love talking to Christopher Ward collectors. I do love, man, like Christopher. I was about to say Christopher Columbus. Christopher Ward collectors remind me of Invicta collectors, to be honest. They have the same feel. Like they in love with it. They believe in the brand. They get, man, fanatical about it, man. They don't mind taking a watch off. Here, let me show you this. I like that, man. Just ordered Aragon Concept S. Has a very unique case shape. Had use a $10 coupon. You can't beat that, bro. I ain't mad at you on that one. Fun fact: Movado had the same case supplier as Patek back in the day. I didn't know that. I did. Thank you for, man. I'm gonna leave that up there for a second. Let me look at this chat real quick. Oh, watching James here. Do I own the Timex? I do. Yes. Yes, I have a Timex. I do have Timex. There are a few Timexes that I do want to get. I got my dad's Timex from the 70s. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at red dial as well. So nice. Yeah, that red dial is beautiful, man. Gas used to be 99 cents too. Times have changed. I remember that. I remember gas 99 cents. I do. I was driving during that time. I had just started driving gas for 99 cents. Better to get an older Panerai, I guess. Yes. I'm with that. Yeah, Rob in the house. Yeah, man. I appreciate it. With modern moments are the ones to get. Yeah, that was the only. Yeah. You remember when gas was 15 cents? God duh. What? Gas was 25 cents a gallon back then. Last time it was under $1 in the late 98. Yeah, man. Gas, the lowest I seen gas fuel was 69 cents during my time when I was driving. That was the lowest at Marathon. I was in Gary, Indiana. Yeah, man. Anyone who watched the Andy Griffith show knows gas. Hey, I got an Andy Griffith Monopoly board in the back, fresh too. A friend of mine gave me that thing when he was moving, cleaning his house out. All right, I'm just catching up with the chat, man. Hold on, man, because it got away from me. I apologize. I was running my mouth, man. So with the PRX, if they make it, if the next PRX, what is the next PRX coming out? I'll just listen to the rep talking. There is a new PRX coming out. But PRX sales, and this is according to the PRX rep, the Tissot rep, PRX rep. The Tissot reps and PRX has fallen off with as far as sales is concerned. They're drowning right now, which y'all know that was going to happen, man. People were like, okay, I'm over it next. Then but the next PRX that's coming out is the chronograph, quartz chronograph. That's the next one that's coming out. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got here. I think the problem with social media is that a lot of people are seeking validation in watch collection rather being connected with the watch. That is, Julius. Yeah, watching James in the building. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you for being here, man. Okay, true. Watches are easy to find on social. Yeah, they are. Chocolate bars aren't made of chocolate anymore. Who knows what's actually in the food? Yeah. Ooh, I missed a lot of chat, y'all. Oh my gosh, hold on. Plus, most of the people that flex height watches are wearing sweatpants and t-shirts, don't have proper time. Reese Nichols, man, yeah. Oh, we had a super chat. Hold on, man. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry. I'm late, y'all. I'm late, man. Let me go ahead and get that super chat bouncing in real fast. Thank you for that super duper duper chat. The Moon Connection continues to sell watches. Feel like it had a time, but nah, watch can still a selling point. Yeah, I just like to hear new stories though, bro. Like I want to hear something new, man. Give me something, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear something new. I gave my son-in-law an Invicta Apollo. Ooh, the case back is made from material, 40th anniversary. And I saw where somebody actually took their Apollo, the case back off, and there's like a special number on the back of the case. Day 42, no cake. Oh, we're doing the cake. We'll have to do it next weekend, bro. We have to do it next week. Christopher Ward makes incredible watches, but like all brands, the watches need to be right for you. I had a few of them, and only one has remained in my collection. Yeah, that's. You know what, James? I see your Roland. And I know you said you got another one. I actually like that watch. And I like pilot watches, man. Yeah, that's a beautiful watch. And I think the more you show that watch, the more I'm compelled to get one. I'm like, man, James just be yo, the soft twisting of the arm, bro. Like, yeah, and it don't hurt. It don't hurt the twist. I just make I like want to get the watch. I don't know. I love some of the watches that you guys are showcasing. I love the content that's being put out. Honestly, I was watching my dude watch, and I love that. Hey, you made it. You know, pull up a chair, get you a snack, and let's talk watches type deal. I love that. I love watching like people that are inspired by just collecting. Not so much, and I know some of the watches don't have heritage, but like I just enjoy how you guys are showcasing, how you guys are showing up. And granted, there's room for. I mean, everybody has to talk about something. And having the major brands talked about, you have to have that coverage. The other stuff, not a fan of. I'm not gonna get into the weeds of that, man. But yeah, I'm just enjoying the whole like let's collect watches and enjoy. Let's see some new stuff. Yeah, I read that already. Yeah, but that trouble about owners sub doesn't make you an elite collector. Yeah, who video? I was just watching that, man. I want to say it was watching Chris was talking about that. I want to say I was looking at his video, and that's one of the videos, and I may have commented. Like I said, I hardly ever comment on every video, but I do enjoy watching a lot of stuff. Okay, I read that already. I'm gonna say time. Happy Easter, yeah. Hey, we about to ride up out of here, man. We about to ride up out of here. I do want to just say I appreciate everybody that came in. We were paying 49 USD gallons down here in Australia. Whoa. It's interesting. $9. Oh, $9? Oh, sheesh. Oh. You say if it was smaller, I'll be tempted. Man, that's a crazy thing because I like, you know what? I've gravitated towards the smaller pieces, man. I like like 39 to 40 millimeter, like even 42. That's my sweet spot, man. But dude, I'll rock a big watch, man, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my Swiss watch company, that's a big boy, man. I dig wearing this watch. I still wear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I had stopped wearing it, then I fell back in love with it, then I stopped, then I was like, it ain't going nowhere. And y'all, there's a lot of watches that left my collection, y'all. Just FYI. There's a lot of watches. I paid equivalent of 13. What? For diesel? 13 duckies? Whoa. I was listening to some military podcasts. I believe it was British, and one guy was talking about wearing the first generation. Yeah. You know what? That was. I'm gonna tell you this, Julius. That was like. Let me take that down. That was pride for me, man. Wearing like the watches that I wore when I was training, and even going into war. Those watches stand the test, man. Those are the ones those are stories I like to hear, man. Like, so if a guy, which I heard the story about this guy wearing his Tudor, and he ran into he wore it to in Iraq, and I was like, I'm just listening to a story. I'm just listening to him talk about it, and the watch is chewed up. You know what I'm saying? From like getting in and out of his vehicle, like from skirmishes, battle, the whole nine. I'm like, and I'm just hanging on to the story. And I'm like, yo, that's what I like. Now, everybody's not gonna be like that. I'm not a war junkie, but I do like hearing like where has your watch been in life? What?
I'm on my fitness grind now.
You who?
My fitness.
Your fitness?
I've lost 8 pounds since the beginning of the year.
Why? You're not big as nothing.
But I want to get back down to 150. I was 180 at the beginning of the year. Now I'm 170.
Oh, me and you almost weigh the same, and I'm taller than you. That's crazy. That's my son. He fitness journey. Fitness journey. Yeah, man. Like, you know what, too? Everybody, man, men and women, boys and girls, man, please take care of yourself. Um, Watch what you eat best you can. Yeah. Take care of yourself, man. Honestly, take care of yourself. I've seen and heard in the past few months of some tragic stuff, man, because people aren't taking care of themselves. I had a health scare this time last year, right? I just did. You know, I wasn't taking care of myself, man. So, you know, outside of that, and watches wouldn't mean nothing, right? If you're gone, or even if you were in a coma or like you're in a hospital, not unless you, well, they not going to, depend on what you're doing or how sick you are. You may still want to wear your watch, but like you don't want to wear your watch in the hospital. You sick and you could have taken care of yourself. Come on, man. Come on, man. I influenced myself into buying a white. Yes, you. That's funny, though. That's funny. James, you are an influencer, man. You are an important part of this culture, though, man. I appreciate you, man. I salute you for what you do, man. Really, I'm a fan of your work. And there's a number of people that I like watching on YouTube. Watching Chris is another one. I dig watching his stuff. I like the way he talk. You know, there's a number of people. I don't know, you know, like I can go down the list, but like I just hold up. I really like that one. And these blue hands though. Okay, hold on. The drama is dumb. The Nico beef. Plain stupid. Yeah. Yeah, hold up. And I'm not gonna leave until I get through these comments. What? That's why the singer are cut out. AI overload. Oh yeah. I'm going to do a hand swap. Black version. On that grind. Yeah, yup. Those stories are far more interesting than I bought it because of probably resale value. Yeah. Don't eat a lot of chocolate. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Fake beef to generate clicks. Yeah, man. There are. He's wearing human skin. What? What I miss? Take care of yourself and buy a lot of watches. Okay, I'm with that. I love the watches that Watch Chris features. Yes, Watch Chris. He's, man, great source. And you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you this too, man. When it comes to YouTube and things of that nature, man, and I don't mind going over. I will support YouTubers, man. Or content creators. Cause I know some people don't like being called YouTubers. I made that mistake. I had a cat was like, "Yo, I'm not a YouTuber. Quit telling me, quit calling, quit saying the trap." I'm like, "Okay, my bad, bro. You're not a YouTuber. You're a content creator, or you're the author of your channel." Like, yeah, I like that one, but I'm not. You know, I'm out here. You know, I'm putting work in. I said, okay, yeah, I agree. Okay, hey, whatever you want to be titled as, I do agree to it. There is a certain mode on this platform. There is a certain look on this platform. I heard a streamer talk about who was like the hottest talent, if you will, when it comes to horology. And this streamer, man, like bypassed some of the heavy hitters. And I was like, you clearly are selective in who you watch. I'm like, you are completely oblivious to the amount of talent that's out here, man. And I'm not saying like just because James is in here watching James, man, dude, I've been watching this channel ever since, you know, Merely on Time actually hooked me to him and been watching his content ever since. Great content. Even when you take us on trips and stuff like that, you know, sitting down with your dad. I thought that episode, that's one of those episodes that actually standing out to me. And then when you did your trip, man, you put some great content out, bro. Some great content to where like I was a part of my weight loss journey. I was watching your shows, man, or at least listening to it while I'm out here just getting my life back together. So yeah, bro, like there's some great content out here, man. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage that, man. You know, like let's not give up on connecting with each other and learning about stuff. And that's why I like people that give variety with watches, even if the watch doesn't have heritage. And granted, like Spinnaker, I just told you, if you missed it, I showed this piece right here. This watch right here, this is the whole. It has an NH35 in it. AR coating, beautiful, comfortable bracelet, decent finishing on it. I mean, for the price, I paid $150 for this watch, so like 160 or something like that. So it was under $200. And for under $200, this is one of the most comfortable watches I've ever purchased. It is a beautiful watch. It is a homage to the Panerai. It has that look to it. It does. It just has like polishing where it needs to, brushing where it just works, and it's comfortable. It keeps great time, decent loom, and it's just a joy to wear. I enjoy this watch. The Spinnaker, like they name these watches around aquatic things, stories, certain divers. And yeah, it's a nice watch. It's not gonna work for everybody because some people need to have the heritage. Some people like they feel like need it. You know, that's what you want. You like Longines, hey, knock yourself out. Rolex, knock yourself out, man. But I'm telling you, you can find pleasure in some more least expensive watches out there. I like watch Chris content just to be informed on higher levels of watches that I'm not able to buy. So I'm really interested. He does cover a lot of interesting things. Aussies everywhere. I'm stalking you. That color is my Lincoln. Yeah, your Lincoln is sick, man. I found out I'm sick. You sick? Next thing, see. I'm stalking. Okay, all right. So we're gonna end there, man. For those of you guys that have been watching and you've been just checking me out this whole time, I appreciate it. You guys are amazing, of course. I appreciate you guys being watch collectors. I appreciate you guys dropping the information that you do. Those of you guys that are content creators or authors of your channels, if you made it in here, even if you watched on a replay and you made it this far, I appreciate it, man. I thank you for supporting. I thank you for the super chats that we had. When you point to a comment, what we talking about? Yes, because I buy watches just because. Yeah, buy them because, man. Yeah, why not, man? Enjoy. Why not enjoy what you spend, man? Why not? Like you put it on your wrist, you go to work on a regular basis, you make your investments, however you get your money, right? And you take care of your bills, you put gas in your car, $10 for gas per gallon, which is crazy. Whatever you're doing, man, like and enjoying life, and you got extra money to buy a watch, man, wear it, man, buy it, enjoy it, and hopefully buying that for you and not because somebody said you had to. But don't feel bad if you did sucked up into the hype. I got sucked into the hype of hold on, where is it? Where you at? It's somewhere. My snake eyes is hiding from me. I thought I just had it over here. My PRX. It's somewhere. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna tell you a watch I did buy for hype because everybody was talking about it. That Gene Kranz. And I changed the strap on this thing. And I like this. I actually like the watch. I enjoy wearing it. It's classic. It is a very nice watch. Seiko did a good job on that watch, man. It was inexpensive too. So, anyway, all right. I'm going off of that, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to end the stream right there, man. And it's time for me to get some vittles, man. It's Easter Sunday, man. So if you celebrate Easter Sunday, man, bless you. If you don't, bless you. You already know, man. Until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed. We out. Do we need some music on the way out? Possibly. You a little bit.
This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife.